right, here I come. Magic carpet styling. Move like magic excellence. Proof you need reminding. Getting round that losing shop. My word, she back again. You will never end the rain. We keep multiplying. Running through the evidence. There's no denying.
Hi family, because my channels are new, I just want to say at the beginning of this video, just subscribe to the channel. Let me know what it is you would like to see. I'm about to be doing a lot on these channels, so I just want to make sure that the content that I'm creating is things that people would like to see. Just go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to wait. Go ahead, subscribe. Did you subscribe yet? Okay, let's go. Hi family, and welcome to Get the Tea on Me Royalty. I'm getting on here to do an affirmation today, still coming from our book. Wherever we land, that's where we fall. Oh, so we opened up to instincts. And so when I was talking about we have categories, so there's a whole category on instincts. And just to dive right into it, instinct is an untaught ability. Instinct is untaught ability. And that is by someone named Bain. And of course, I'm going to read two because they're so short. And then another one is, it is our business to go as we are impelled. And that's by D.H. Lawrence. And then I want to read this other one that just caught my eye. It says, a goose flies by a chart which the Royal Geographical Society could not improve. Okay. And that is by someone named Holmes. And that is one of my favorites because a goose flies by a chart which the Royal Geographical Society could not improve just allows us to know that we all have our own natural abilities. We all have our own natural abilities. We all have our own gifts, our own magic. And so it's not for anyone to, it's not for us to go to school and someone tells us who we are. It's not for us to have an experience with a mate and that person tells us who we are. It's not for us to allow outside exterior things to tell us who we are, or the clock that we should be on. Me personally, I have taken myself off of a clock because I feel like my natural instincts tell me what should be happening, or what should be taking place in my life. Okay, so say for instance, I've been running my own businesses for some time now. And one thing that I get the most out of it is that I don't have to bounce to anyone else's clock. I make my own time. I do my own scheduling as far as the appointments, clients, and things like that. I'm an author, so I write my own books on my own time. If I want to sleep all day because I'm not feeling well, I do that. I don't have anyone demanding that I get out the bed, or else I'm going to lose my job or something like that. It goes really deep because I'm from a past lifetime where I lived very lofty. So that is not even something that I could do for a long period of time without killing over. When I was younger, I was a little bit more excited about, working a job and making my own money. I used to have 2 jobs and 3 jobs, because I just wanted the checks. And then after a while, I started seeing that I didn't like the authority though. And so I didn't like to be on someone else's clock. And it's kind of like, and no one can improve my clock, the clock that I've set for myself. No one can improve that. Just like no one can improve, the geese and the time that the geese decide to take flight. That's a seasonal thing. And it's something that is already set. No one can improve that. And so we all have our natural instincts. We all have our natural clock that we're on. And said instinct is an untaught ability, meaning there is no improving that. No man, a woman, or teacher, or guru could come in and say, hey, we can improve what is naturally already inside of you. No one can improve that, not even AI. I know everybody's gung-ho about AI. I have even been tapping into AI because AI is like, you know how you have a business, like I have a nonprofit organization, I have an LLC, I have these different things that I have set up, and sometimes you can't trust everybody. Though AI, oh, you can go to AI for all kind of stuff. You have all kind of employees with under the AI umbrella. You can have, a whole business set up under that AI, so I was kind of like against it at first because I was like, I don't agree with anything replacing humans. So, baby, AI, come here. I need you to tell me something and show me something, and all other things, because right now it's almost as if, you know, well, that's a whole nother video. We're not even gonna get into that. But then the other one, it says, it is our business to go as we are impelled, So instead of waiting for a job opportunity, just like myself, I don't know if I've told you guys before, but I went to prison before. And so and I used to, be out there, in the worldly life. And so when I came out and I was looking to get jobs and stuff, people was turning me down. I didn't care because anyway, I didn't like to bow to that type of authority where someone could be, barely graduated high school, or barely even have half the sense of a gnat, and want to tell me what I need to do or how I need to do it, or even show me attitude. It's like, I'm going to get fired that day, because back in the day, I didn't know how to control my mouth. I didn't know how to be like, okay, and you shouldn't have to do that. No one should ever be able to disrespect you or tell you anything about yourself, or not allow you to express your creativity, and you be okay with that. And I was never okay with that. I'll be looking at the people like, dude, you do not know who I am under this skin. And I have so many ancestors within inside of me from a young age. It was all kind of ancients looking out of these little peepers right here. I got all kind of ancient ancestors, ancient blood. I mean, when I sit in the sun and sweat, baby, I literally look at my skin and see gold coming out of my skin. Okay. I don't know if anybody else have experienced that, but I love it that I am so ancient, and I have this whole this whole genetic makeup of star systems inside of me. And so yeah, honey, I bleed gold and stardust. But it is our business to go as we are impelled. Just imagine if I was allowing someone to take all of my magic and all of the gifts inside of me and tweak it to what they need it to be, as far as societal, or just people who are my friends, mates, trying to change who I am. No, I'm coming as I am at all times. So what I had to learn, though, is because I grew up in a household that was very aggressive as far as the energies, I took on that same that same aggression. Even, I was told that I was a bully because I used to always like to make sure to me, I was teaching my siblings how to fight, because I felt I was bullied when I was growing up. So I would be teaching my siblings how to fight, but they weren't ready for that type of aggression. And so to them it was bullying, because I would make them fight my mom's daycare kids. Lord forgive me. But in my mind, it's like, I'd rather have them know how to fight than not. I shouldn't have been using people's daycare kids. That was my mom's business. I could have, she could have been sued or anything. So that's a very serious thing. But as a child, I I seen that type of aggression as far as the abuse and all of that. And I wanted to make sure my younger siblings, knew that they were important and that they should fight back. If somebody hits you, you don't let them hit you, you hit them back, and I would train them that way. Like, I would even hit them and be like, hit me back, make sure you hit me back. And if they hit me back soft, I say, hit me back harder, because I wanted to make sure that they knew to be tough. But when they tell that story now, they felt intimidated by that. That was a lot of energy for them to to consume at such a young age. And so of course it was me in my young mind thinking, hey, I'm teaching them something. And no, but it is our business to go as we are impelled. Even with our stories, we have these backstories where we had to heal the bloodline, or we're chosen ones, and we're called the black sheep and all of that. Oh yeah, go as you are, as the black sheep. If they want to call you the black sheep, you be the baddest, most famous, most most well-rounded black sheep that there is, baby. And don't be mad when I turn into a lion and eat you alive. Because what I can say is, when it comes to the golden path that spirit has set for me, there's no one that can tweak that for me. That I can't even tweak it. I have my own idea of what my path should look like, and spirit already had it designed. And so basically, I've had to just kick back, shut up, and let it be. And come as you are. Come as you are, in all of your fabulosity, because at the end of the day, no matter what they say, in each and every single way, we are royalty, family. And I shall see you in a minute. Ashe.
Abracadabra, here I come. Magic carpet styling. Move like magic that challenge. Proof you need reminding. Getting round and losing sharp. My word, she back again. You will never end the rain. We keep multiplying. Running through the evidence. There's no denying.